You've been praying, and nothing is changing. Same situation, same silence, same unanswered question. And now you're starting to wonder, God, did you forget about me? Waiting on God can feel heavy. It's not just the waiting itself, it's everything that comes with it. The silence, the uncertainty, the moments where it feels like everyone else is moving forward, and you're standing still. You see others getting the opportunities you prayed for, doors opening for them, while yours stay closed. And even though you try to stay faithful, there are days when frustration starts to creep in. You start to wonder, did I miss it? Am I not ready? Or maybe God just said no. And that's where it gets hard, because you're not just waiting, you're trying to trust at the same time. There's a verse that says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." But sometimes that season feels longer than you can understand. There was someone who felt this exact way. She had been hoping for something big, an opportunity she had worked hard for. She applied, she prepared, she prayed. And every time it felt close, someone else was chosen. At first, she stayed hopeful. Then slowly, disappointment started to settle in. Each not yet began to feel like rejection. Each delay felt more personal. Until one day, she opened up about it, and someone told her something simple, but powerful. Sometimes God's timing isn't about delay, it's about preparation. That changed everything. Because what if the waiting isn't empty? What if it's not a sign that something is wrong, but a sign that something is being built? Think about it. All those small moments you barely notice. The quiet growth, the lessons you didn't ask for, the strength you didn't realize you were developing. What if that's the real work happening right now? Because the truth is, God doesn't just prepare blessings, He prepares people. And sometimes, the reason things aren't happening yet is because something inside you is still being shaped. Your patience, your faith, your ability to trust Him, even when you don't understand. A few months later, that same woman received an opportunity, but it wasn't the one she had been waiting for. It was better, bigger, more aligned, more than what she had imagined. And this time, she was ready. Not just because of her skills, but because of who she had become during the waiting. That's the part we often don't see. We focus on the delay, but God is focused on the preparation. And maybe that's where you are right now, waiting on God and wondering if anything is happening. But something is happening. Even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, even if no one else sees it, God is working in places you can't see yet. And here's the truth that can change how you see this season. God is not delaying you. He's preparing you. Not for something random, but for something right. Something that fits who you are becoming. Because His timing doesn't just bring opportunities. It brings the right opportunities. The ones that won't break you. The ones you're ready to carry. The ones that align with His purpose for your life. So maybe this waiting isn't a pause. Maybe it's a process. A quiet, unseen process where God is building something deeper than what you originally asked for. And yes, it's hard. There will still be moments where you feel tired of waiting. Moments where you wish things would just move faster. But even in those moments, you're not stuck. You're being shaped. You're being positioned. You're being prepared. And one day, when the right door finally opens, you'll understand why it had to take this long. Not because God ignored you, but because He cared enough not to rush it. So if you're in that place right now, waiting,
hoping, trying to stay strong. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. You're in a season. And this season has a purpose, even if you don't fully see it yet. So take a breath, slow down your thoughts, and let this truth settle quietly in your heart. Something better is being prepared for you. Right now, in this very moment, even in the waiting.
Before you pray, pause for a moment. Take a slow breath and just sit here. You don't have to rush past this feeling. You don't have to pretend everything is okay. Just be here, as you are. Because if you're honest, this season has been heavier than you expected. Waiting on God hasn't been easy for you. There are moments when you try to stay strong, but deep down, you feel tired. Tired of hoping, tired of wondering, tired of asking the same question and hearing nothing back. And maybe you haven't said it out loud, but it's been in your thoughts. God, where are you? Why is nothing changing? Did I do something wrong? You've tried to be patient, you've tried to trust, but sometimes it just feels like you're stuck. Like your life is on pause while everything around you keeps moving forward in that quiet frustration. It doesn't always show on the outside, but inside, you feel it. That weight, that uncertainty, that question you keep carrying. And maybe right now, you're still holding on to something you've been waiting for. An answer, a breakthrough, a door to open. Something that would finally make sense of this season. So just take another breath. You don't have to push those thoughts away. God already sees them. He sees the moments when your faith feels strong and the moments when it feels like it's slipping. He sees the nights when your mind won't quiet down and the days when you try to distract yourself just to stop thinking about it. He sees all of it, even the parts you don't fully understand yourself. And even here, in this waiting, you are not alone. You may not see what he's doing, but that doesn't mean he's not moving. Quietly, gently, in ways that don't always make sense right away. Because sometimes, what feels like nothing is happening is actually where the deepest work is taking place. Not around you, but within you, in your heart, in your thoughts, in the parts of you that are learning to hold on, even without answers. You are not being ignored. You are not being left behind. You are not forgotten. Let that settle for a moment. You are not unseen. Your quiet faith still matters. Even the small moments, when you choose to keep believing, when you choose not to give up, God sees that, and it matters more than you think. So maybe right now, you don't need to figure everything out. Maybe you don't need all the answers yet. Maybe you just need to rest here for a moment, to breathe, to release the pressure you've been carrying, to stop trying to force something to happen, and simply be present with God, right where you are. Even in the waiting, even in the silence, even in the questions, because this moment, it's not empty, it's not wasted. There is something sacred about the space, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. So stay here, just a little longer. Let your heart slow down. Let your thoughts quiet. You don't have to say the perfect words. You don't have to have everything figured out.
Just come as you are. And maybe this is where you begin to speak to God.
Let us pray. Lord, I'm here. I don't have everything figured out. And honestly, I don't even know what to say sometimes. You see me in this place of waiting. You see the questions I keep carrying. The ones I don't always say out loud. God, some days it's harder than I admit. I try to stay strong. I try to trust you. But there are moments when I feel tired. Tired of hoping. Tired of waiting. Tired of not knowing what you're doing. And I don't fully understand why things haven't changed yet. I've prayed about this so many times. I've asked, I've believed. And still, I'm here. Still waiting. Sometimes I wonder if I missed something, or if I'm not ready, or if maybe I'm just not meant for what I've been asking for. But even with all those thoughts, I'm still coming to you. Because deep down, I know you're the only place I can bring this. Lord, I don't want to carry this weight alone anymore. The pressure, the overthinking, the quiet frustration. I give it to you. Even the parts of me that are struggling to trust, I place them in your hands. Please help me in this season. Help me when my patience runs thin. Help me when my thoughts start to spiral. Help me when I feel like I'm falling behind. Give me peace in the waiting. Not just temporary peace, but a deep, steady calm that stays even when nothing around me changes. Give me strength to keep going without losing heart. Give me clarity, not necessarily about everything ahead, but enough to take the next step with you. And God, teach me to trust you here. Not just when things make sense, but even when they don't. Remind me that you are still working, even when I can't see it. Remind me that this season has purpose, even if I don't fully understand it yet. Remind me that I am not forgotten, that you haven't overlooked me, that you haven't left me behind. Lord, if this waiting is preparing me, then help me embrace it. Shape my heart, grow my faith, strengthen the parts of me that need to be ready for what's ahead. I don't want to rush ahead of you. I don't want something too early, if it means I won't be ready for it. So I release my timeline, and I place it in your hands. I trust that you see what I can't see, that you know what I don't know, and that what you're preparing is better than what I've been asking for. I'm here, Lord, still waiting, but not alone. Still hoping, but learning to trust. Even in this quiet moment, you are with me, so I choose to rest here. I don't have to force anything. I don't have to figure everything out tonight. I can just be here with you, and that's enough for now. Even in the waiting, you are still good. Even in the silence, you are still near. And even here, I am not alone.